Chapter 1.1.2.2 Object Names and IDs. In Kubernetes, each object in a cluster has a unique name specific to that type of resource, as well as a UID that is unique across the entire cluster. For example, there can only be one pod with the name myapp-234 within a namespace, but multiple objects with the same name can exist if they are of different types. To differentiate objects with non-unique attributes, Kubernetes allows for the use of labels and annotations. Labels help to categorize resources, while annotations provide additional information about an object. Names. The text discusses the constraints and requirements for naming objects in API resources, particularly in Kubernetes. It explains that names must be unique across all API versions of the same resource and provides 4 commonly used name constraints for resources: DNS subdomain names, RFC 1123 label names, RFC 1035 label names, and path segment names. The text details the specific character limits and allowed characters for each type of name constraint. It also mentions the potential issues that can arise when recreating objects with the same name without properly deleting and recreating them. Additionally, the text emphasizes the importance of following these naming conventions to avoid inconsistencies in the system. Finally, an example manifest for a pod named Nginx demo is provided, along with a note that some resource types may have additional restrictions on their names. Overall, the text highlights the significance of adhering to specific naming conventions when working with API resources in Kubernetes to maintain system integrity and consistency. Kubernetes uses universally unique identifiers, UUIDs, to uniquely identify objects created in a cluster. These UIDs are generated by the system and are intended to distinguish between different occurrences of similar entities throughout the cluster's lifetime. UIDs follow the ISO IEC 98348 and ITU TX667 standards for uniqueness.